everyone needs to work more on scheduling out their day and time management. And that is the root, I think, of a lot of our problems, besides the fact that, we can't be lazy, guys. We cannot be lazy. And I'm just going to say this also. I think that a lot of us, we came to TLC because we want to be in business for ourselves. We are not a fan. We do not enjoy our 9 to 5. Our 9 to 5 is stressful. We are underpaid, undervalued. And, we don't want to have somebody breathing down our neck telling us what to do and telling us, I'm only going to pay you, X amount of money a week. Or, oh, you have a recital for your kids. Are you on a vacation? No, because you already went on one. We don't want someone doing that. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I decided I wanted to leave mine. But we have to work to get to the point where TLC can work for us so that we can comfortably do that no matter what number that means for us. But the only way for you to get out of your current situation that you do not enjoy and that's stressing you out is for you to actually put the work in to be able to change that for yourself. But guys, if you're not following the system and you're not scheduling actual time to make this happen, it's not going to happen. So I hope that all of you guys have your pen and paper out. So what we're going to be talking about, as I said, tonight, I had notes on here too. All right, so we're going to be talking about scheduling our day and time management. So the first thing that I actually want to talk about is when we wake up in the morning. So I want to go over time management from an aspect where, from when we first wake up and what we do throughout the day. So one of the first things, when you first wake up, you want to put yourself into a really good headspace. So this may mean you wake up, and you're praying. This may mean you wake up and you start doing your daily affirmations and, you're showing that you are, grateful that you woke up, you're seeing another day, and, you are thankful that you have another chance at making things work or getting closer to your goals. Something I like to say, I do pray. If you pray, that's something that you can think about doing. I like to say affirmations like, I am smart. I am able. I am strong. I do not give up. I am beautiful. I am a multiple six-figure, earner in the making. I am a millionaire in the making. I will make my first million before the age of 27. I will hit this benchmark by this age, or I will make, $120,000 documented income, by the time I'm 26. You have to speak and affirm what it is that you want to see happen in your life. Because until you actually say it out loud every day, or you decide to write it down, no one knows that you want this magical thing to happen. You know, but does God know? Sorry, I'm going to put that out there for those of us that do believe in that. Or, does the universe know that that's what you want to happen? You have to put it out there. And the other thing that's very powerful is you guys hear this all the time. Until you say it out loud and you actually say it daily, so that you actually, reiterate to yourself, this is my goal, this is my goal, this is what I'm working for, this is what I'm working for, then how do you embed it in your brain that that's what you're working towards? You have to start speaking it into existence. So wake up, say thank you, for the fact that you are alive, that you have another day ahead. Go into your affirmations, affirm what it is that you want to see happen within your life. The next thing I like to do after that, I'm going through a schedule for those of you that may have more flexibility. And then I'm going to talk about my 9 to 5ers, how we're going to work around your schedule if you're building TLC more so on a part-time basis. So what I want to say next is, for me, I like to, after I do that, I get up, I go brush my teeth, wash my face, immediately start getting ready to go to the gym. Because what I like to do is I like to get into my routine and I like to take care of Rachel first thing in the morning. So before I go into being reactive, I go into being proactive, meaning anything that I need to do to put myself in a good mood, to make sure that I am taken care of or line up myself and what I need to do for that day, I do that first. So mind you, I don't check Instagram. I don't check Facebook. I don't start answering all of my text messages or emails until I physically pray and do my affirmations. Then I start checking all of these things. and I start responding to everyone. Okay. Because if you wake up first thing in the morning, and a lot of us do it, we wake up first thing in the morning and we roll over. The minute we open our eyes, we're on Instagram scrolling. Girl, you didn't even brush your teeth yet. What are you doing on Instagram scrolling? Like, you didn't even think about what you had to do for the day. You didn't even plan what you had to do for the day, but you decided to get on Instagram and you decided to start scrolling on Instagram or Facebook. That's not going to work. What you're doing is you're uploading other people's feelings, other people's emotions, other people's agendas first thing in the morning, when what you need to do is you need to get yourself in order first. You have a big day ahead. You have a lot that you're facing, and you need to make sure that you align yourself first. So after I do that, again, I said, wake up, gratitude, affirmations, drink water. You were asleep for 8 hours or less, maybe, unfortunately. You want to go ahead and rehydrate yourself, because at the end of the day, I know it seems silly and I'm going into little details, but these little details will add up and really help you. When you go ahead and rehydrate your cells, you're not going to feel like, I'm so tired. No, when that water, 8 to 10 ounces of water hits you first thing in the morning, all of a sudden you're going to be like, boop, you're going to feel a little bit of jolt of energy already, because you just plumped your cells back up, okay? You're not running around dehydrated. Then what I do is I immediately get ready to go to the gym. I tend to like to do, a fasted workout. So that means that I don't eat. I go and I start to work out on an empty stomach, so I burn more fat and calories. So I'll go to the gym. I'll get my workout in. After I work out, I come home. I take a protein shake on my way home, because you want to get protein in, within the first 20 minutes after your workout, so it can start to go to work and build those lean muscles that we all love. And then I take a shower, and then I want to go ahead and I'll make a healthy breakfast. Guys, do not, and again, I'm talking in terms of for those of you guys that have a schedule where, you do have more of your own time first. And then I'm going to talk about 9-to-5ers right after. But do not start your day without eating breakfast. I don't care if you get up like Karenza at 4 a.m. Karenza wakes up at the crack of dawn, y'all. Crack of dawn, but she still eats breakfast.
Hey.
Yes, I have to use you as an example because you're an amazing example and you do a phenomenal job. But Karenza will get up and she will go ahead and make sure that she eats. You have to fuel your body for the day, okay? If you're running around with a low blood sugar, you have no food in you, you're angry, you already have a sucky attitude because you're hungry, you have no energy. How do you expect to go through your day and really be productive and be in a good mood if you did not feed yourself first? So make sure that you nourish your body, okay? That's when you want to make sure you wake up, you take your NutriBurst with your breakfast so you get that energy. You take your NRG if you need energy and you didn't take it already before your workout, so you get that energy. And then you want to go ahead, and that's when I like to sit down. Then I go ahead and I go over my planner, and I like to plan out my day. If you guys do not have a planner, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to get a planner. So what I like to do is I like to break mine. Chris has hers. There we go. Thank you. So what you want to make sure you do is, you can do, I like to actually break mine up. So I'll do on one side, on the left, I'll put my actual appointments for that day. And then on the right, I'll put my to-do list for the day. So then basically I can see what appointments I have to attend to and at what time. And then I see my to-do list. On average, I don't like to put anything more than about 5 to 7 to-dos in a day. When you start to sit and upload way too many to-dos on your to-do list, you're going to get overwhelmed because you're like, oh my God, I have so much stuff to do. And it's kind of like you just freeze and nothing gets done. So that's when you want to sit down, you want to check yourself while you're eating your breakfast. Okay, what do I have to do? Oh, okay, I have a call at this time. Oh, okay, I have to do this at this time. You want to see what are your to-dos, and you want to write them in level of importance if you can. Or if you don't remember that, after you write all of them down, number them so that you do know which ones you need to actually attack and get done first. After that, let's talk about our income producing activities. This is where the money making happens. Okay. This is where you are going to go ahead and further along your business efforts to help those around you and to grow your business. So I like to say, if you are working TLC full time, this is where you want to plan about 3 or 4 hours. If you're working TLC full time, I'm going to say 4 hours. That's what I tend to do, of actually, you know, doing your income producing activities. And we break them up like this. So I hope you guys are writing this down. The first hour every day of your income producing activities will be your mindset training. So your mindset training is whether you are tuning in, like I said, at the 8 a.m. charge up call with either Candice, Denisha, Twyler, or Keely, one of our CPP, copy paste paid leaders, or maybe you decided today, you know, I'm feeling like a little low energy. I need some more motivation. So maybe you want to go and Google Tony Robbins motivation, how to stop self-sabotaging, how to get out of your own way of success, how to stop being afraid of success, how to actually be more consistent. Maybe you want to research something on Instagram algorithms. Maybe you want to research something on spirituality. It's up to you, you know, but you need something with mindset training. So I would recommend doing mindset training for about the first 40 minutes to 1 hour. And the way that I do this is in my income producing activities book. You guys know about this, especially if you watch my training on it. On the left, I have my day of my income producing activity, like how I have it set up. And I'll tell you guys about that too. And then the next page over, I actually date it, my mindset training and business training. And then that's where I go ahead and I take notes. I actively take notes while doing my mindset training. So today, for example, Twyler's charge up call, she was talking about big picture thinking, about there's too many people that think small. They're not thinking big enough, and they're not hanging around people who are also big picture thinkers. So that's why you're limiting yourself and your exposure. How do you expect to get further when you're hanging around people who have a smaller thought process or smaller thinking, or are negative, or are not thinking as big picture as you? It stifles you, because what we tend to do is we tend to conform to thinking smaller so that we don't ruffle the feathers of the people around us, or we make ourselves look like, oh, we're too good, or we want too much, or, you know, maybe we lose some friends because we realize I'm ready to level up, but you're not. And I can't take your energy. Guys, it's all about who you have around you as well. And that's why I say, for those of you that are on this training, thank you so much for plugging in and making the time. And for those of you that always contribute in the group chat and say good morning, and when you do something great, you put it in the group or you congratulate other people, that is so important, because especially when maybe the people offline in your lives are not doing something as big picture as you are, as we are, as a team, they can stifle your progress because they don't understand what it is that you're doing. They don't understand that it takes more time for you to dedicate. So you want to do your mindset training because it is very important for us to feed our minds first thing in the morning, because we have a really big, important job to do. The next thing that you want to do is, I say you want to spend about 1 hour per app. So when I say this, I'm going to say, you know, if your main apps that you're building your business online are Instagram and Facebook, you want to go in and you want to go ahead and actually, you know, take 1 hour per app and do your engagement. And I'm going to write out again what your engagement is, or what you guys should be doing. And I'm going to actually, yeah.
Before you jump into that real quick, how you were talking about mindset and you were talking about like just being around like-minded, I would definitely want to chime in on that. I didn't unmute myself fast enough.
Yeah.
I do really want to chime in on that because it's so serious. I had to call Rachel myself and be like, hey, Rach, this is what I'm dealing with. Like, I'm getting some negative energy about what I'm doing from people around me.
It's going to happen.
Shantae herself, too, had that a little bit on Instagram, and we were together all weekend, and she was dealing with that. So you guys, we're all here for each other. I'm just tapping in because Rachel's absolutely right. You got to be around people that are trying to go after and get it, because really, when you're around people that aren't, they will really try to drag you down. Okay.
Yeah. And one of the other things is because, you know, maybe they don't even realize that they're doing it, or they completely do realize they're doing it. But a lot of times, you know, it can be it can kind of be like an, unconscious thought where they're just like, oh, she thinks that she's going to level up, but they don't have the nerve to do it. Or they don't have, the consistency or the drive to actually do it. So it's about, I'm going to get left in the dust. Yeah, you are. But it takes a lot from us because we have to actually learn how to be consistent and we have to learn how to push past it. Mind you, I lost some friends when I decided that this is what I wanted to do and that this is, that I wanted to actually be successful with this. Some of my family was like, well, what is she doing? But it's so interesting because, now a lot of the same people who were like, well, what is she doing? They turned around. They are now clients. Or they're asking me about the business. They're asking me, how is it, that I'm not at my other job and I'm not over here like, crying like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. It's because something that I'm doing is working and they understand that. So what you want to do is 1 hour per app, 1 hour for Instagram, 1 hour for Facebook. So I'm going to actually type that out to you guys and tell you guys exactly, here, I was on Instagram Live, but I can't give them all the secrets. So I'm going to shut that down while we talk about this. All right, here we go. So what you guys need to be writing down as your income producing activities for goals. Say we're on Instagram. Let's tackle Instagram first. You want to do 1 post on your page daily. This needs to be a post that has to do with whatever it is that you're focusing on your page. If you're focusing on health, wellness, beauty, it needs to be a health post, a fitness post, or a beauty post. If you're a mommy, you're focusing on pictures of your child or, activities like you like to do with your kids, fitness and health, it needs to be one of those. I highly suggest you figure out what your niche is, and I'm always talking about this because it's very important for you to define what it is that your page is about. On average, I'll say you want to have at least 1 to 2 pictures a week on your actual page, not just your story, on your actual page of a product, a TLC product that you want to talk about why you like it or why your client likes it and what it has done for your client, a testimony. On top of that, you want to have about at least 5 IG stories. One of those stories needs to be highlighting a detox tea. It can be you with the detox tea. It can be a client with the detox tea. But your detox tea should be on your IG story every single day. That is the magnet of TLC. That's the magnet that's going to be your bread and butter. That is one of the products that has one of the lowest price points, and it is the most attractive to everyone right away. They understand what a detox tea is. They want it. They understand they need to do it and how it's helped. That's going to be your way to get your foot in the door to then maybe talk to them about buying a kit. You also want to make sure that you have a client testimony on your story. Whether this is a before and after picture or it is a screenshot where you blur out the person's name or their Instagram handle and you post what they are saying when you followed up. The next post needs to be a post of you, preferably where your face is in it or we can see your hands. And it needs to be of you utilizing a product, whether it's you in the morning taking your NutriBurst, which is very easy because that's something we take daily, or it's you physically taking your NRG before working out and you're talking about it. You guys know what I'm talking about because you see me do it. Or it's you physically making your detox tea or physically putting on your Slim R, physically talking about the fact that you're using emu oil because you're sore because it was leg day and you're rubbing it. You're telling them why you're rubbing it on your legs and what it does. The last post, you want to do a post just talking about or showing something that you're doing that day. Something that has to do with just showing you're a regular human being and you're just enjoying your day. If you went out to brunch, you could do a picture of you and your sister at brunch, you and your man at brunch, you and your wife at brunch, okay, or whoever. It could be a picture of something you ate that day. And I highly recommend showing at least one healthy meal that you ate that day. Those are your IG story posts. The next thing where it gets really important that I know that a lot of you guys do not do consistently, and if you did, I wouldn't be hearing a lot of you guys saying like, well, I'm not really making the money that I want. It's because you're not actually doing this stuff, guys. We have a blueprint that works, but you have to work it. So starting off, I know there's some of you guys that do 200 likes and comments a day in relevant hashtags, but I understand that not all of you are going to do that. Some of you guys are just starting off. If you're just starting off, I do want to recommend that you are doing 100 likes and comments a day in relevant hashtags. This may be hashtag mompreneur, hashtag, healthy and happy, whatever it is, the hashtags that you're going in. You want to go in about 10 hashtags. If you're doing 100 likes, that means you're liking and commenting on 10 posts in 10 different hashtags relevant to what it is that your products do or what services or how you're trying to help. So it used to be that engagement actually counted as 3 letters, but the Instagram algorithm got real funny on us and it's 6 now. 6 words equals an actual comment that counts as engagement. So you guys are going to have to get your wordplay up. It better be something like, wow, girl, you look so amazing. 6. You can't just say hard eyes. Instagram's like, swoop. It doesn't really count as engagement. You need to say something like, wow, girl, that squat is deep. I see those booty gains. They're like, oh, she got 12. Woo! You guys are going to have to get your wordplay up because Instagram said 6. So guess what? It's 6. So you want to do your 100 likes and comments. While you're doing that, you want to reach out to and start conversation with 5 people on Instagram because we want 10 people a day. So with doing that, you reach out to 5 people. I already told you guys this, and I'll send you the script again if you need it. You want to reach out and comment on something. If they have a before and after picture and they're saying like, I always use this example, 20 pounds down, got 10 more to go. The last 10 is the most stubborn. I always use this example because you see it a lot. You might want to say something like, oh my God, girl, you look phenomenal. Congratulations on the first 20 pounds. I think I might have something to help you get the next 10 down. Check your inbox. Take it from under the comment into their DM, one-on-one conversation. You want to go ahead and message them again and say, I think that your progress has been amazing. When did you get started? Ask a question. When you ask fact-finding questions, you can keep a conversation rolling, and then you can get into, well, what's your total goal? And while you're doing this, they're going to go look on your page and in your story and see who the hell is this asking me all these questions about what my goals are. And then they're going to go and they're going to be like, oh, okay, well, I look at Claudine's page and Claudine is posting her eating healthy and she's posting that she's 10 pounds down in a month. She's posting a fat burner. She's posting a detox tea that flattens out your stomach. She's posting that she helped somebody get down 15 pounds in a month. She must know what's up. So guess what? I'm going to entertain this and I'm going to talk to her about what I'm trying to do. That's your clout. That's why if your social media page, you don't post anything on it, how do you expect to keep this floating when you're actually reaching out to people? You have to be able to lead them back to something that edifies, that you may know what you're talking about and you may have helped a person or two with what you have. You have to be able to show for that. So then that's when you want to go ahead and, again, I'm not going to go completely into it because I've gone over it before and we'll, talk about actual script as to how to do that in the next training. But you want to basically find out what it is that their goal is and make a product recommendation. Physically start talking to them about the benefits of the product, be able to tell a testimony story of yourself or a client or someone else or a business partner that has used it and had success, share a story. And then you want to get your link over to them so that they can read more and see how much and where to buy it. You want to make sure that you write down who that client prospect is in your income producing activities notebook, where you keep all your notes for that day's activities. And you want to go ahead and make sure that you follow up with that person in about, I usually say in 4 days to a week, I'll follow up with them and say, hey, do you have any more questions about so-and-so product? When would you like to get started seeing results? Are we going to be, ordering soon? They'll let you know, yes, no, maybe so, in a week, whatever. You write that down in your planner when you need to follow up and you go ahead and do that. When it comes to Facebook, if you're working the CPP system, which I highly, highly, highly suggest. Guys, I don't know if you keep seeing the C or slur of notes here. This is all CPP responses thus far of people that have responded to me so far off of 3 posts that I did. And I have not answered all yet. I have another 10, might be more than that now, that I counted that I still have not answered them. So it's going to go all night because I literally posted this maybe about 2 hours ago. So you guys who work CPP know how that rolls. There's more coming. I'm following up with them. And the other thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that, again, we don't do necessarily counting likes and comments on Facebook, but you do want to scroll through your people on your timeline, like and comment on their things, ask them questions or whatever. You want to post. I would say posting like 1 to 3 times on your timeline on Facebook is pretty good. You can post a picture of yourself. You can post a picture of your breakfast. You can share a website link for a workout or healthy eating or a recipe or whatever you want, or show a before and after picture or a screenshot of a conversation with a client, how things went well. But you got to share something. I would say at least 1 to 3 posts on your page. You can work Facebook story the same way. Use the same things you use your Instagram story. Just save it and transfer it over. If you're working CPP, then you want to do, follow the CPP rules. I'm not going to get into that because there is a specific training on that. If you have not viewed that, you definitely want to get into it. In terms of how we need to reach out on Facebook, because we're reaching out to a total of 10 people a day. The 5 people that we're going to reach out to on Facebook, because we already reached out to 5 on Instagram and started messages with them, made recommendations, and got our website link over to them. The 5 people that you talk to on Facebook, I would recommend going into a group where you can't necessarily just post a before and after like you can in CPP. And you'll know because they'll say no posting business ads or advertising. So if you go into like a weight loss group or something, or a recipes group, maybe you want to comment on somebody's recipe and, find a way to start talking to them about their weight, or if they're talking about whatever else. Maybe you're in something about skincare or whatever. Maybe someone's like, hey, does anyone know how to help with, getting clear skin or clearing dark marks? So maybe you go in there and say, hey, I've been taking a NutriBurst multivitamin, or my client's been taking a NutriBurst multivitamin that does help clear skin. It has superfoods, so it has your greens, it has your essential vitamins and minerals. It also helps grow your hair. It's got biotin. Check your messages. Go ahead and send them a message. Hit wave first so it alerts them. And then once they answer you, you can go ahead and say, hey, thanks for, answering my message. So I wanted to share with you this product. Like I said, it's NutriBurst, blah, blah, blah. So what exactly is going on? Like, I'd like to help if I can. And essentially, you want to get that conversation rolling to find out how you can help them, make a product recommendation, and get the link to them. This is all about exposure. The more that you expose your products and how you can help to people, the more clients that you will actually start to see fill in your pipeline. You might not make a sale that day. Don't worry about it. You might not make a sale that week. Don't worry about it. But your list is growing and growing and growing. And you will eventually burst the pipeline. Because if you are talking to, like you're supposed to, 10 new people a day, 7 days a week, we'll say 5 to 7 days a week. That's 50 to 70 conversations you're having a week. 50 to 70 people that now have your website link a week and understand what the power of your products can do, who you are, and how you can help. With a sales conversion rate of like 5 to 10%, we'll say 10%. That's 5 orders. That's 7 orders from new customers. Guys, the more and more you do this every week and your list keeps growing and growing and growing and people get paid or they have time or they're just ready to try it, it's going to hit a day where you have a higher conversion than just 10%, 5 or 7 new customers. It's going to be like 13, 15, 20 because it starts to burst the pipeline, but you have to keep filling it. The next thing that I want to say, because like I said, for the first hour, mindset training, and then we're talking about 1 hour in each, 1 hour in each social media app. The last one is your 1 hour of content creating. And this is maybe where, you're time batching your content and you're recording things or taking pictures or figuring out what you want to post or what you want to talk about the day before. Get your pictures in ahead of time. Get your videos recorded ahead of time, or organize where you're going to go to a cute cafe and take pictures and talk about it. This is the time to actually get the content done and to plan ahead of time. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to talk about our 9-to-5ers. We're going to hop out and then hop back into the chat. And I'm going to go over how we have an abbreviated schedule, how we do everything in 2 hours a day. for my 9-to-5ers who have full-time jobs and you are building either before work or after work. All right. So if you guys hop out, hop back in if this applies to you, or if you just want to hear how we're doing that. I'll see you guys soon.